Hello, Patriots at patriotspace.com. Hey, I wanted to show you guys something. Perry's Victory Garden. Those are our peas. Now, if you remember, it's been a while since I showed you some progress on this, but I have other videos that we made as we've gone along here in putting our garden in for the first year. These need weeded. These are wax beans and green beans. We got Brussels sprouts and cauliflower. Squash, these are both combination. There's zucchini, and down at this end we got some crooked neck yellow squash coming on. Just about 4 or 5 inches long down there. So they'll be coming up pretty fast. When they come on, we got a lot of blooms. Here's our purple cabbage. They're doing good. They're making and forming the head still. We haven't had a really good summer with some heat, so we're a little behind on our growth that we normally have. And we've got a few peppers here. We kind of put in another short double row of peas. We use them in all kinds of things, in our stews and canning them up just as, or frozen. I like frozen peas probably the best. You don't get all mushy. This is a one of the bok choy cabbages, oriental cabbages that we're letting go to seed, so we have seed for it next year. We got some green cabbage coming up. And here's our garlic. They're doing pretty good. They're getting bigger. They'll be ready later on. Oh, I'd say probably around into September. Still got a few green onions in there yet. We've been using some of those. Our carrot patch, one of them. These are our turnips. We got a lot of turnips. I use them in a lot of the different stews and whatnot. And over here is our other second row of carrots. Kind of walk gently through here. And I think these are the Brussels sprouts here. A lot of the stuff we had to reseed. It was, we put our garden in a little early, and it rained for so long that some of the seeds just plain rotted in the soil, so we had to come back and reseed them. But check out our potato patch. Look at that. We got a lot of nice potatoes coming up. We've used a few hills out of it already. There's quite a bit of difference since we first started breaking ground here. Healthy plants. They're starting to flower. When they get done flowering, they'll start dying off. When they start getting pretty well wilted down is when we'll dig those up. And pigeon. And we got more peppers. We got habanero, the red peppers. We got some jalapenos. And these last 3 plants are just green peppers. We're starting to harvest them using those. Got quite a few on this plant here that's coming on. Usually we'll wait until they get about the size of a good baseball or bigger. Got a few more on this one. And here we have our squash down on this end. We also have cucumbers. We got cucumbers here. They'll be coming on here, later, let's say probably middle of August. And we'll start making pickles and salads and that kind of stuff. We love cucumbers, just like it with salt and pepper on them. These are, I believe, zucchini also, yeah. Really flowering good. Gonna have a lot of squash this year. Yeah, those are zucchini. These are, which will be fall stuff pretty much. These are butternut and acorn squash. So they're not as big, but they'll be ready here probably within the next month or so. Closer to the end of summer. This one here's got a lot of blooms getting ready to start. You can see down inside there all those little pointed blooms getting ready to blossom. There must be about a dozen of them in there. Some are already flowering. Next year we're going to have a lot more raised beds. This year we haven't had a chance to put any in, but we'll have some ready for this next year. These are pumpkin plants. Put a couple of those in. You always got to have some pumpkins for in the fall. Got grandkids and whatnot that like these for jack-o'-lanterns. And these are just sunflowers. Kind of put them, a bunch of them here in the corner so we can have sunflower seeds for whatever. They're good just to roast and let them soak up in salt water, and then put them on a cookie sheet and put them about 125 degrees, or even your dehydrator. And they're great to munch on. You can have your own. You can make them any kind you want, just like out of the store. Put a little bit of chili powder on them, or some garlic, or whatever like that for flavoring. I think I may have saved our plum trees too. They were really mossy and killing out the plum trees. So I've been treating those with a solution of lime and copper solution to kill out the moss on there. Things here get well pretty wet all the time, and in shade this moss will grow on there and start choking out the trees. So they've been kind of abused for the last several years. They haven't had a chance to really produce like they used to, but they would. These are a small kind of a plum. They're purple, but they're just like about the size of an oversized cherry, like maybe a Bing or a Rainier-sized cherry. And wanted to kind of come down here and show you a couple of new things we've done with our garden. Our grapes are coming along great. Those have been there since we put the garden in. They were only about 4 inches high when we started, and they're at the top of the trellis here now. We put in these raspberries like we had talked about on our previous video. Now most of these, because of where we got them from, did not have adequate root. So when we transplanted them, they've gone not really all the way dead. They're like dormant. Some died, but we do have a lot more to put in here yet. I want to be able to double that row for this next year. We got some Marionberry, which is like a blackberry, or a Loganberry, and we're going to be putting those in here. We also picked up 3 nice blueberry bushes, and we're going to put those in here too. Here's a start of my compost pile, and that'll give us some material that we're going to be using in our raised beds. We got a little bit of everything in there: grass clippings, fish, all the trimmings off that we do from canning, like all your turnip peels and potato peels, egg shells, anything like that. We put in there and add to it and mix it up. It's starting to get warm in there now too. It's the heat that helps break all this material down. In the mornings you can see the steam kind of rising off of it. And our cherry trees are doing all right. They won't produce this year. I believe they're going to be able to produce next year. So we'll have both Bing and Rainier cherries, good table cherries. They're nice and sweet. Give you a quick look inside our greenhouse now. Whew. It's like a jungle in here. It's so steamy. But remember those little tiny corn? This is the difference the hothouse will do for you. These things are about 3 feet high now. And we have our spearmint patch. It's really filled up that planter. We still got basil. We got sweet basil. There's both kinds of the bush. We've been using that in our stews and soups. We have to transfer pretty much all these here shortly. These are just a mixed bag of different peppers. We got some oregano right there, that kind of light brown looking thing. There's parsley. We got some little bitty tomatoes just starting on these hanging topsy-turvies, I guess they called them. But you can see one little tiny one there just starting. And let's see, we got peppermint. I've got dill coming up. I need to transfer over here shortly so we can have dill for our pickles. And more yarbs. But I wanted to give you kind of an update as to how things are progressing here. Overall, I think we're doing pretty good for the first year that this garden's been put in. It's been about 15 years or so since my father and them broke ground here and had a garden, which was a lot bigger than I've got showing here now. But it's a good start for the first year. We use most of this stuff in our canning. Some of it we dry, and of course some of it we do freeze up. For convenience sake, we have 3 basic choices of what we can do. Either if we lose power and lose whatever we have in the freezer for whatever reason, we'll have dried or canned as backup. Okay, I'm going to leave this open for a little while and let it kind of cool down in there. Even though it's only about 60 degrees out here, I'd say it's closer to 85 or so in there, and real high humidity. Well, you can see the water. Let me show you this. Look at the water on the inside of this door and on the roof. It just looks like it rains in here actually when it gets enough water. I think we probably will end up making one more of these greenhouses. But that's it. Just wanted to give you guys an update. Now remember, I want you guys to, if you would, go check out patriot.com. If you're not a member there, come join us. We have a lot to offer as far as how we can help in food preparation and storage. And not just, the vegetables. I mean, we're talking meats, how to cure meats, how to make hams, your own bacon, a lot of stuff that you smoke. Got a nice big smoker here, so we can do quite a bit at one shot. Anyway, that's my pooch, Rosie. Anyway, goodbye from Western Oregon. Hope to see you on patriot.com. Bye for now.